Let's start with a prayer. Brain teaser. Emoji quiz. Guess the place in the Philippines. Learning with Miss Julie. Good day, everyone, and welcome to DepEd Cebu TV. Today is another fun and exciting learning with Miss Julie. To start with, let us take a closer look at this video clip. What have you observed in the video clip? Very good observation. Reading and writing cannot be separated. According to Palm Allen, reading is like breathing in. Writing is like breathing out. Teaching reading to learners with mental retardation. Direct instruction. Bike is the new word being emphasized. We go to bike every Sunday. Repeat after me. Students will create a sentence using the new word.
In the direct teaching method, the teacher conveys information to the students by talking, and the students listen. Direct teaching is also known as direct instruction. This method can be used to convey new information, to give specific instructions, or to review important points. Direct teaching is often the first step to give students the information they need, so they can use it in learning the topic more thoroughly.
Sight word vocabulary. VACT for visual, kinesthetic, and tactile.
Sight words, there are so many I know. Sight words, they help my reading flow. Look, listen, and say the sight words. A, N, an.
A,
N, an. A, N. An. A, T, at.
A, T,
At. A, T. At.
Word banks. Write a word on index card and place it inside your box. Errorless discrimination. Teacher will ask the student to point the word sip. Paired associate. This is using a picture to associate with a word. Word imprinting. Teacher says the word, and word configuration is drawn.
Trace the letter B. Connect the dot and the star with a line. Next is the letter A. Okay, one more time. Next is the letter T. Excellent!
Word analysis skills. It teaches the essential of decoding. Phonetic analysis. 2 methods of phonics instructions. Synthetic method. Analytic method.
See it, say it, sign it. The letters of the alphabet. A. This is the letter A. Apple. A. Acorn. B. This is the letter B. Baby. Ball.
6 instructional steps in teaching phonics. 1. Introduce. 2. Identify. 3. Visually cue. 4. Synthesize. 5. Reinforce. And 6. Review. Teach students to blend sounds to read words. Structural analysis uses syllabication.
Hey everybody, what's going on? We were going to play flipperball at the park, but it looks closed, and none of us can read what the sign says. Why don't you try decoding the words on the sign to read what it says? What's decoding? When you see a word you don't understand, sometimes it's easier to read if you break the word down into smaller pieces. Take the word decoding, for example. If we break it down into its syllables, it becomes easier to read and pronounce. Ding.
Contextual analysis is the identification of the unknown. CRUSH is an acronym used to attack strategy to identify unknown words. Teaching comprehension skills. Its goals is to obtain meaning from printed material and process new knowledge acquired from reading.
Reading comprehension for kids. Do you ever find yourself getting sidetracked while you're reading? Like it's hard to stay focused. After a story's over, do you ever wonder, what did I just read? The good news is you're not alone. That happens to a lot of kids and even adults too. Understanding what you read is called reading comprehension. Did you know that there are skills that can help you understand what you read? In this video, you'll learn some of those skills. Let's begin by reading this sentence together. The happy dog ran after the cat, who was chasing a bird. Now, try to comprehend or understand what's happening in this sentence by answering a few questions about it. How does the dog feel? What is the dog doing? What is the cat doing? Now let's take a look at our sentence again and see if we can answer those questions. The happy dog ran after the cat, who was chasing the bird. So, how does the dog feel? Let's look back at our sentence. Does it just say the word dog? Or does it use a word to describe the dog in the sentence?
Prediction strategies.
Let's learn about the strategy of questioning. What is questioning? If you're thinking, asking questions, then you're right. The strategy of questioning means to stop and ask yourself questions about the text and the author's intentions. You will use 2 types of questions for this strategy. There are questions that monitor your comprehension and questions that extend your thinking.
A. Setting the purpose or stimulate students' prior knowledge. B. Close procedure. Deletes words from selected passage. C. Advanced organizers. Introduce an overview of the passage. 2. Graphic aid strategies. This includes central story problem and story frames. Here is an example. You can use this story frame in your lesson. Here are the steps in constructing a story frame. Semantic mapping is a strategy to aid in reading comprehension. Here is an example. The following are associated with the word transportation. Schema theory. New information is learned and understood when integrated with prior knowledge.
Schema is an organized pattern of thought that establishes a mental framework that represents some aspect of the world. We develop schemas for all types of items and activities, from simple items such as a chair, a car, fish, bird, or house, to complex like the chemical bonds between atoms or the seating in the House of Representatives. In short, we develop cognitive patterns for many things. We then use the schema we have developed as a means to compare new information against. Here's an example. You have a schema for a chair, a bed, and a sofa. The first time you see a futon, you immediately search your stored schema to see if it fits with anything you have already encountered.
Brainstorming is an essential element in semantic mapping. Fluency strategies is the process of breathing through passages. Repeated readings, imitative reading, and paired reading. 4 questioning strategies: questioning, summarizing, clarifying, predicting. General approaches to reading instruction. 1. Language experience approach, LEA. Students verbalize their thoughts and experiences. Whole language approach. Principles that emphasize the whole language approach. The use of authentical literature rather than artificial. Reading for the sake of comprehension. Reading and writing in partnership. Integration of reading, writing, and other skills. A focus on real and natural events. Risk-taking and exploration. Students have choice over what they read and write. The teacher is seen as a facilitator and active participant in the learning community. The teacher will look into the occurrence of teachable moments rather than following the pre-planned lesson. The teacher has the responsibility to create a climate that supports collaborative learning. Role of the student. The student will collaborate with fellow students, the teachers and writers of text. Students are also the evaluators who will evaluate their own learning. The learner is self-directed. Students are selectors of learning materials and activities. Whole language instruction advocates the use of real-world materials rather than commercial text. Thank you for watching.